Miss Terry, who do we have on the line?
This is Millie.
Well, hello, Millie. How are you today?
I'm doing great. How about yourself?
Fine. Where are you calling from, Millie?
I'm in Florida,
Man.
in the Weston area.
Okay. I'm not familiar with Florida. Could you go a little bit more detail? How about Boca Raton? I did a deal in Boca Raton.
Yes.
What?
It's very close to Boca.
All right. Boca is so beautiful.
Oh, yes, honey.
I had a note I bought there, and I had to show up for the trustee sale to protect my interest. And, man, I got, a couple hours to just kind of walk around the town. I enjoyed it. All right, Millie, what's the reason for the call today?
I'm having an issue. It's a real estate related issue, and after watching a lot of your videos and reading your website, I think that you may be able to help me.
All right. Well, you called the right person. Definitely. I appreciate that. So, could you give me an overview of the deal, as much detail as you want?
Yes, I'm a real estate developer. I purchased a piece of land and I got construction financing with the bank. They were private hard money lenders, and they drained the money slowly to me for the project. In essence, they just dragged it out. They didn't disperse the money the way that they were supposed to, and that what usually takes me 5 months to complete took me 18 months with them.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was a nightmare, and it's still a nightmare. They currently have. I finished the property. I hadn't been able to sell the property because their payoff has been outrageous.
Yep.
Not only did they not give me the money the way they were supposed to give me, their payoff is a usurious payoff.
Yeah, and I'm going to tell you that payoff amount, because I buy notes, there's a lot of garbage fees that they can tack on. And you're like, what? Are you freaking serious?
Yes.
I've had that happen to me with people that I own their note. By the time I tacked on my charges, my reinstatement fees, blah, 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 they were like, hey, we only borrowed, X number of dollars, but now we owe you X. And I go, well, that's what the contract says I'm legally able to collect. Now, with you, again, I'm not siding with anybody. I'm just hearing your story. But with the hard money lender, I can imagine the garbage fees they tacked on. Could you give me the terms when you first started?
I was paying for the full amount of the money as if they would have given me the money from the beginning. And they were hostile to release. And since they had the money, the leverage was all on their side. So I had to play nuts.
Okay. Now, could you give me the terms? What did you borrow? What was the points? What was the prepayment penalty? What was the, fees?
It was $215,000.
$215,000. What you borrowed?
Yes.
Okay. What interest rate? Interest only what?
12.99%.
Interest only, correct?
Yes, sir.
How many points?
And it would balloon. I think it was 8 points. Yes, I'm sorry, it was 8 points, and it would balloon in a year.
Okay. All
at
doing
$250,000.
payable. It was all doing payable in a year, right?
Yes, at $250,000.
Was there a prepayment penalty on that?
No, there was no prepayment on it.
So you could have paid it off early. If everything could have worked out, they wouldn't have charged you anything extra.
Correct, but they were charging me interest for the entire money. They were charging me interest for the entire $215,000 from the start. For the whole year, I was paying $2,600 and change for the loan.
That is a prepayment penalty per se, because if you would have paid it off, you still would have owed the 12 months. If you'd have paid it off in 5 months, 6 months, you still had to pay them that interest for those 12 months.
Yes, yes, you're correct.
Okay, all right, good. I'm just following along here now. So, continue on.
So, they suck. They didn't give me the money the way they were supposed to give it to me. They played a lot of games. They stopped my project for 4 months. They left me high and dry and drained for 4 entire months. They wouldn't answer my calls, return my emails. They hid behind their attorneys. They were a walking nightmare.
Well, I'm going to tell you right now, Millie, you have a contract, and have you pursued getting a lawyer?
I had a lawyer, and he wanted to go after them legally, and the interest charge alone, it was usurious interest of 102%.
Yep.
So
That's
he
all right.
he wants to really go after them.
Right.
But I'll tell you what scares me to death out of all of this.
Okay.
We were in court, and the first thing the judge says when my attorney showed him the usurious interest rate and all of this, the judge says, "I don't care what this paper says. She's not getting a free house."
Okay. All right. That makes a little sense. I mean, again, depending on what was said. I mean, I got nothing like that. Let's go ahead and continue.
I don't trust these courts or going through that process.
Yeah.
It's like, it's ridiculous.
Let me help you. If you don't go through the court process, nothing matters with me and you're saying. They are not, you have no recourse. So there's nothing else you can do. You can't sue them, and it's going to cost you money to get a lawyer. But if you win, now let's look at this. Let me go back. Now we're going to go back to the lawyer, but I want to go back. You borrowed $215. When you finally paid them off after they did all this stuff, they did you wrong. What did you cut a check out for?
I haven't paid them off.
You haven't.
No, I still owe them. I still owe them the money. They haven't let me close on the house.
Yeah, hold on.
Well, we haven't reached an agreement yet.
Hold on 1 second. Okay. See what I'm doing? I'm going to play this back for my community, and I'm trying to teach them while me and you're on this phone. We're doing a live training also. So for all my listeners, you got to understand this. That property is still tied up.
Yes.
It's been 18 months, right, Millie?
It's been more than 18 months. It's been 3 years now.
Oh man, boy, you guys, this thing is so ugly. It's like riding around in a taxi, and you're just telling a taxi, "Hey, we're just gonna sightsee, and you're gonna keep driving and driving and driving and driving." And if you look at the meter when you first started, and then you look at the meter and you're still just riding around, that meter is still ticking. So what that means is Millie is still on the clock and still paying, even though she hasn't went to court and she doesn't want to go to court. That is going to keep ticking and ticking and ticking, and somewhere along the line, I'm amazed they haven't took and foreclosed on the property. Millie's hold on, Millie. Hold on, Millie.
Yes, sir.
Hang tight. Or Millie's got to come up with an amount of money to pay them off. So this could get so ugly, and you guys are getting to hear Millie's firsthand account of what's going on. So Millie, I know I held you up. Your turn. Go. Millie, have they offered you a buyout, a settlement amount?
No.
Okay, see, so what they get to do, Millie, they get to drag this. See, every day that you don't come to some resolution,
I know, they're charging interest for it.
it's costing you dearly. Now, why come they haven't foreclosed?
Well, I'm in foreclosure.
Okay.
I'm in foreclosure. But, it's like I told the judge, I'm not looking. I'm looking for a payoff. And I can't be forced to pay something that's usurious.
Yeah, but here's the thing. If they send you a payoff statement and it says, Millie, it's $300,000 to pay it off, and your year has gone by, if you haven't paid or if you haven't taken them to court, your clock is still ticking. So now you're so deep into this thing that it's hard to determine what you should do. If you go to court, you're losing money. You're bleeding money every day.
Yeah.
So to go to court is an expense that's on top of the payoff. So you need a Perry Mason lawyer that can go in there, work this judge and say, look, it's the fault of this hard money lender, and in order for Millie to come out whole, Millie should only have to pay what was due at the end of the year and all the charges. That is what she should legally be paid to be done with this company. Else, Millie loses everything. She loses everything she invested. She loses all her money. She loses the money she's paying in lawyer's fees, and she will never, ever, ever, ever be able to get out of this thing. So come on, judge. Do the right thing. Make a decision. But if you don't get a judge involved, it just goes on and on and on. Millie, I'm almost quite frankly to say you probably should just give them the house and hope that it goes away. But I think you're going to have tax issues also. The tax issues are going to be, hey, the hard money lender said that, you borrowed the money, you did the development, and you didn't pay, and you owe us $400,000. The IRS might consider that income. The only way you know is talk to a professional tax person. So if I can help you with anything, that's a piece of advice. But hell, if you ain't got the money, you got the money. But now if you got money in your account and you got assets, do you own any other real estate?
No, sir.
Okay, that's kind of a good thing. Because if it was,
this has had me tied up.
Yeah, if you had any other real estate, and this is a teaching moment for all my real estate students. Right now, Millie's going to be involved in a lawsuit. And if Millie loses, and let's say Millie owes this hard money lender $300,000. I'm just picking $300,000 out of Sky Blue. I don't know the details. But if Millie owns other real estate and it's all in Millie's name, that lawsuit gets attached to all the real estate that Millie owns. So any of you out there, if you own real estate right now, it should not be in your name. You should have it in a trust like Uncle Terry's been telling you guys. Put the property into a trust, because if Millie owns 10 other pieces of real estate, that $300,000 will attach to each property, and it will not be able to be sold until Millie pays that $300,000. All right, Millie, let's keep it going. What are you gonna do with this mess you're in?
Well, I was hoping that perhaps you can help me approach this lender and see if you can structure to buy the note from them.
Oh,
in some
Millie,
way.
Where'd you learn that at? Buy a note. Oh my gosh.
The property is rented. It is rent rolling.
Hey, Millie, where did you learn about buying a note?
Through you, sir.
My videos? You watch my videos?
Yes, sir.
Okay, a lot of people do that too. I appreciate that, Millie. You're so nice with that, sir. I used to be in martial arts, and we used to sir, and I think it's just the niceness of the South. I can hear that word sir, and I'm like, man, just call me.
Taekwondo here myself.
You did Taekwondo?
Yes, sir.
All right. What degree did you work up to? Brown belt. All right.
Yeah.
Excellent. What do you remember your forms you do? Remember the
No, not so much. It was about 20 years ago.
Okay.
But here and there, maybe, if I really concentrate, I can perhaps do some stuff.
All right. Was that a connection also? Was that the Taekwondo background? Was a connection with me, or did you not know that until we just talked?
No, I didn't know that.
Okay,
I practiced it with, my daughters, they were 10 and 9, and I thought it was something great we can all share together, so.
Awesome. That is incredible. Yes. That was a great experience, wasn't it?
Yes, it was.
Yes, definitely. All right, so you called me because you were hoping that I could negotiate with the lender, which I'd love to do. I'd love to do that, to see if I can't get you out this mess, because that's the only other alternative. I did say, look, you can go for a lawsuit, but that's, okay, it's going to be expensive. But hey, this guy, Terry Bontemps, might be able to do it for, I think his charge is about $1 million, Millie. So, I think I can help you with that.
I thought that you might. I thought that you might. If anyone can do this, it would be this guy. He's the one. And then your number, call anytime. I'm like, this is perfect. This is a sign.
This is the time, huh? Yeah, you've been watching the videos, and you're like, okay, here it is. Today, we're going to pick up the phone. We're going to call him. I bet he ain't going to answer. I bet I'm going to get an answering machine. He was just like talking, jaw jacking, all fluff and smoke and mirrors. Let me call him. Oh, my gosh, he answered the phone. And then there was a pause. You're like, well, okay, wait a minute. wait, he answered the phone. I thought it was going to be an answer machine. What do I do now? Okay, let's go talk to him. All right, Millie. So, do you know how much you owe right now? If they said, hey, they send you some papers, Millie, you owe us $1 million. Have you seen anything lately about what you owe?
What's on the bank foreclosure complaint is a little bit under 330K.
All right, that ain't really too bad. You borrowed $215?
215, and out of the 215, they only physically gave me 202. They still owe me money, but I don't even care. I just want this.
Well, you know, they gave you how much again? 202?
202.
Okay, so you now owe them 330.
330.
Can you pay 330?
Yeah, the property's worth 450.
Oh my gosh, Millie.
I know.
So what are you doing with that 120 equity?
And then I have another 32 in outstanding debts with material suppliers that have liens on the property. So in essence, I'm at 360.
Okay, 360. But you still can come out of this hole, and you might make a little money. So you got $60,000 to play with. Ain't a whole lot. You need $360,000. All right. Do you have the property sold? No, you said you had it rented.
The tenants want to buy it. The tenants have a great income. She's worked for like school board or something. She makes over $100,000 a year. She has it on W-2s. She just raised her score to 680. She only has $12,000.
That's all right. That should be a good enough. Have you tried to get them financed, to get them a loan?
Yes, but the FHA, their loan limit is only like up to $380,000, and I would have to hold the note for the other stuff, for the other half.
That's what I love doing. The note's gonna be nice. What's the problem?
And there's an agent in the middle, and there goes another, $12,000, and I told them I would pay their closing costs.
Yep, I've done that before. Yes. So what do you net from all this now?
Garbage.
Well, guess what? This is an experience that you need to just get out of and wipe your hands clean.
Yeah,
hey, what are you going to get? I guarantee you that house.
No. I'm ready to do something. I need help. I need guidance. I need assistance. I need somebody to hold my hand and put me in the car and put my seatbelt on and take off.
Millie, you are exactly. Give me a second here. So everyone that's listening to me right now in my community, I have told you guys during COVID is the best time for us. Reason why is there are people out there like Millie that has real estate that's dealing with some forms of the 6 Ds, which is death, divorce, and distress. Millie's got debt that she needs help on. She called me because I put a word out, a message, a video that says, hey, look, call me. I answer my phone 24/7, 365, even on Christmas, New Year's, and holidays, and my birthday. I will answer my phone. So what happened, you guys? Because I put that out there, Millie took me up on my offer. She says, Terry, I need help. I got a problem. I need you to guide me through this since you've been in real estate forever and you put your phone number out there. I'm going to call you. That's what's happening in COVID, you guys. So I'm showing you, I'm teaching you, I'm mentoring you, I'm coaching you and supporting you, and I'm giving you the blueprint for you to prosper. Now, in this deal, Millie may not make hardly anything. In this deal, I may not make nothing. That's okay. I don't care. I want to do something that helps Millie move on with her life and handle her real estate situation. I'm so glad you called me, Millie. I am so glad you called so that I can show further proof to this community of mine. Hey, look, y'all better get going. All the other investors out there ain't got a clue what they're doing. They're waiting around for this COVID to go away. They're waiting around for these guys to come back into these seminars. And before you know it, all of the people working at Walmart as greeters, all the people driving Uber and Lyft, and baristas at Starbucks are now going to be back in the real estate business, and they're going to call themselves wholesalers, and you're going to be competing against all of those people, and you're going to be called the Me Too. Me Too. I'm a Me Too wholesaler. I wholesale. I Me Too. I wholesale Me Too. You don't want to be there. All right, Millie, let's wrap it up. So here's what we got to do. I'm going to hang up this call. I appreciate you. I'm just actually going to stop the recording. I'm not going to hang up. And we're going to figure out a plan so that we can get that property taken care of. But I think you pretty much gave me all the information that I need. Is there
I
anything?
I have an appraisal that was done a year ago that I can send to you.
Okay, we don't need that. How much was that anyway, just out of curiosity?
It's 450. It's brand new construction. So
Okay, so what we're probably going to do is get a more current appraisal so that the person can qualify for a certain loan at the bank also. Going to need to have an appraisal. And again, I
yeah,
don't know.
the buyer, which is the tenant, they're going to do their own appraisal.
Okay, so we just need
with their lender.
Yeah, we need an updated appraisal amount. Now, I would love to know that when you do get it, and it's going to help you. So hopefully it's over 450, and then that puts a little bit more money in your pocket. If it's less than 450, hey, we want to do it anyway, just because you want to get out of this thing and move on with your life. Millie, you stay on the line.
Yes, sir.
I'm going to just hang up. Now, is there anything else you would like to say? Any advice? Anything since you've gone through this school of hard knocks? How about, Millie, if I leave this right now during COVID, you had an issue with your real estate. Do you believe that there's other people that are dealing with COVID-related situations where they need help from some knowledgeable people also? Would you believe you're just an anomaly or just a one-shot thing?
No, I mean, I of course, there's so many foreclosures going on right now. How can anyone not? But it's like anything. You just try to handle it the best you can, and then you come to a cross bridge where you're like, okay, I need help.
That's right.
And you fight, and you look for it.
Well, you know what I say? I hear in you, Millie, I hear a lot of fight, because a lot of people would have, what you just told me about, a lot of people would have just threw in the towel, put their head in the sand and said, you know what, I'm done. But over a year, 2 years, 3 years, you're still got fight in you to go, you know what? I bought it right. You bought it below market value. You did everything right. You got beat, burnt by someone. It's a hell of an experience. And my question to you is, even after you've been through all this, went through this experience, do you still have an interest in real estate? Get this thing up.
I can't, my shovel can't hit the dirt fast enough.
Do some more.
Yes.
Well, why didn't you quit? Come on, I'm going to go real deep now on the mentality. Why didn't you don't quit?
Why doesn't a boxer stop after he gets beat the first time? It's in his heart.
To get knocked down and get right back up.
Yeah,
and keep on
it's in his
punching.
heart. That's what you gotta do. You gotta keep swimming.
You got what we call grit, Millie, and you know what you're going to have also? You're going to have an amazing story to tell the world.
Yeah, it already is. It already is. No matter what happens at the end, it already is. It's been a great 3 years, but I'm ready to close this book.
Exactly. Millie, when I work with you, my goal is to help you prosper, get more real estate, and then I want to turn you into what is it called? I want to turn you into a person that does what I do. You're an influencer. You're going to teach women, men, kids, children how to fight through adversity, how to use grit and determination to be successful, to be the American dream. You don't have to be perfect. You don't have to be born in a neighborhood with the white picket fence, and you have to have, married mother and father. You could be a single mom. Are you a single mom by chance?
Yes, sir, I sure am.
Single mom. You have 2 children, you said, or do you have more than 2?
I have a third one.
Yes. So you have 3 children, you're a single mom, and you're trying to make it in this world and be a success financially, right?
Yes, sir.
I love that dream. I love that dream. And how old are you, Millie, by chance?
I'm 46.
All right, you're still young. Heck, still young. So we're gonna get out there.
Yes,
We're gonna make it happen. I'm gonna be the GPS in that car riding with you. So Millie, hang on the line, and I'm gonna stop the recording. But I do appreciate you sharing with my community your experience and what you're dealing with during COVID-19. All right, hold on one second.